everybody. Welcome to a pop-up. I know I haven't done a ton of these, but I had the inspiration come to me last night that since we're going into 2026 in a couple of days, that I would pull from 26 different decks because I have way too many. Can I have way too many tarot card and oracle card decks? I don't know. But yeah, I have 26 decks that I chose. I still have some left over actually, so I didn't even use all of them. But I have started pulling cards while I was backstage. And so I'm going to do a reading for the collective. So I'm not doing readings specifically for people in the chat. It's just going to be a general, so you can come back and watch it today, watch it tomorrow, watch it at the beginning of January. It's going to be for the year. I just have asked the decks, what does the collective need to know for 2026? So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I was able to pull before we hit 7 o'clock. So we'll start with those, and then you guys can sit here while I shuffle through the rest of them, and we'll find out what the theme is. I'm already seeing actually a ton of similar themes running through the cards, and they're a very nice message actually. So I'll take a moment here and say hello. Hello, Shining Truth. She says hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hello, Moira. Nice to see you. Depends on how much display and storage space you have, right? Yeah, I've already had to expand into other shelves. So yeah, there'll be a time I think probably where I'll end up just doing some kind of like card exchange where people can come and take if they like a deck or something like that. For now, I am enjoying having them. There are ones I use more often than others. I will say that. But yeah, so I will get started with the reading. If you guys have any comments, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Would love to hear from you, especially with what maybe ideas you want to see going into 2026, what kind of things I can do on the channel. If there's topics you're interested in, I can try and get some guests on. I actually have some amazing guests lined up that I'm really excited for, including Diane G. She's the first show when we get back in January, so I'm excited. The other thing too I'll mention, if you are watching and missed my last live, I do have 2 classes coming up, January and February. So January is Aqualead, level 1. So if you've ever wanted to learn Aqualead healing, there are still spots available for that. And then in February is my Reiki level 1 that I'm teaching. Both of these are going to be virtual, so it doesn't matter where you are. I can teach and attune. And if you're interested in any of that, you can go to the channel, go to my channel, go to the description, and my website's actually linked there. And you can find all the information, or you can find the link, I think, in the chat replay from the live, from the last live I did. I'd love to see you guys in class. I'd love to teach you. So if that interests you, if you feel called to that, I'd love to talk to you. And the other thing is too, is if you're interested in the classes, either Reiki 1 or Aqualead 1, but the dates don't work out, please shoot me an email. Send me an email. If there's enough other people that the date doesn't work for, I'm happy to run another class. All right, so with that, I'm going to do a quick sip here. And we'll get started. So the first deck I pulled from is a newer one for me, but it's a Yoga Mudra Oracle. And so the card I got for this one is the Samputa Mudra. So it looks like fingers together and thumbs together. So kind of this action, but obviously the other way around. And I opened the book, so it has a little bit of a description. So it says, this precious moment, bud of potential equanimity, alleviates emotional and mental suffering. And the affirmation is, I hold a bud of pure potential within this precious moment now. So you're kind of holding a flower bud in your fingers there. So you can use that when you're doing your meditations. maybe over the next couple of days, and just channel in that amazing potential energy, that manifestation energy, which is great, I think, going into the new year. So the description it says, bring both hands together, palm to palm, and create room between them where your thumbs can rest. Now direct your attention to this space between your hands like you are holding a precious jewel. Hold the mudra in front of your heart chakra. So that's your first card for 2026. And pack these away as I go. Don't want to end up with a giant mess at the end of this, right? Oh, come on, go in the bag. Fine, I'm going to fight with this one later. All right, so the next card I got is from my favorite deck, which is Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Linn. And the card I got is Purification. I also think this is, I always take this as like a symbol too of like light codes and that energy coming in. Or, you know, in this case, we could also have where it's rain. It could be rain. So that clearing, cleansing, purification, but it is a sunflower. So there's lots of light coming in too. That's going to purify us going into the new year. And I think kind of getting rid of all the cloggy dirt and sludge that 2025 has been for, I think, probably a lot of us. So the sun's coming through for 2026. So I absolutely love that for everybody. And then the next deck I pulled from is the Tree Magic Oracle. This is another new favorite. And I actually got two cards from this deck. So the first one I got is the Almond Tree, which is a windfall. So that's a windfall in the sense of like a positivity, so something good coming in. It says, inner riches grow from psychological maturity, bringing a windfall of good fortune. So again, it's that purification kind of idea that's going to bring in some positivity in the new year. And then the second card I got is the Hawthorn is the equalizer of fortunes. What is extreme must change to its opposite. So we got the Hawthorn tree, which is transformation. So I love that for, again, we're leaving 2025 a 9-year going into a 1 year. So new beginnings, transformation. So again, very positive messages going into the new year, which I think we could all use right now. So the next card I got, I pulled from the Wisdom of the Galactics deck. So this one's been created by Dr. Lisa Thompson. If you guys follow Twillo and Twillo Talk and their Galactic Gab, Dr. Lisa is on that. And the card I got is Orion, which is inspiration. So again, that creativity manifestation piece coming in, which I absolutely love. And what was really interesting is I pulled that card, and then the next card I got, which is from the Angel Party Tarot, is the One of Wands, but an inspiration. So again, that inspiration, we got inspiration, 2 cards, 2 decks in a row. So that inspiration manifestation going into a 1 year, right? That creation piece is going to be huge, I think, for everybody. So it'll be interesting to see what other cards come up in some of the other decks in regards to that inspiration and creativity and manifestation piece. So the next deck I then pulled from is the Femme Folk Oracle. And the card I got is Inanna, which is independence. Now there's a little bit of nudity here, so YouTube, please don't take it off. We're all mature here. But it's independence. So again, I think we're all coming kind of standing in our own power, which is great. We want that, right? That manifestation, that creativity, that inspiration, standing in our own power and our own strength. So yeah, Inanna, which is independence. Moira is asking, are you using a spread or just getting the general vibe of the cards? Just honestly getting the general vibe of the cards. I'm just shuffling and asking what the collective needs to know. So, I might even just rewatch this at the end and see if there's a theme, but there already does seem to kind of be a theme running through all of these cards. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And then too, coming back at the end of 2026 and seeing if the cards were, how accurate the cards were. So the next deck I pulled from is the Landscapes Tarot. And the card I got is the Seven of Cups. I love this deck. It's so cute. I just love the illustrations. You get a little jellyfish and a little squid. The coral. And so, right. So it says for the Seven of Cups, we have the positive being imagination and multiple possibilities. So again, we have that inspiration, manifestation, imagination, a lot of creativity going into a 1 year, which is amazing. So what it has is the little blurb here. It says, on the bottom of the ocean, a formidable wealth unfolds, pulsating in enemies, colorful corals, and a special webbed octopus that rides on a jellyfish and looks for its mate, who is said to be much bigger than him. Within the landscape of the Seven of Cups, every presence requires attention, distraction, and wonder, and calls, I am one in this place. You can free your imagination for pure pleasure, enjoy the ride on its irregular waves. Inside the visions, evaluate all possibilities and recognize true dreams so they may accompany you for a long time. Hi, Shine Truth. Thanks for being here. All right. So how many decks was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. We're through 7 decks, guys. Got 26. So gotta keep going. All right. So the next deck I'm going to pull from, and these ones I haven't shuffled yet. So you guys are going to have to be a little bit more patient with me, just because I didn't have a chance to get through all of these. But it's more fun this way. You can watch them like fly, go all over the place. So the next deck I'm pulling from is the Glow Oracle by Robin Voici. So we're going to see here. So what does the collective need to know for 2026? Okay, that one wanted to pop out right away. Okay, I love the name of this. It looks like it's a type of spider maybe, but it's called a sparkle muffin. I'm kind of a sparkle muffin today, aren't I? So it's creative problem solving and shadow work. So I think this is a really good card. So it's called a sparkle muffin. Looks like it's maybe a type of jumping spider. So yeah, creative problem solving and shadow work. So again, that inspiration and creativity, imagination. We've all been doing a lot of hard work, and it looks like that hard work is going to continue in the sense of shadow work, but it can also be fun. I know shadow work, a lot of people take as a negative, but we can work with the community, work with those around us that support us through that shadow work, and then come out on the other side better for it. So take that as your message from the Glow Oracle. Hi, Shine Truth. I'm only doing a general reading because I have to get through 26 cards. So if you want, you can watch back to the beginning and see what maybe meanings you can derive from the cards I've already pulled, but I'm not doing any specific readings today. I will be possibly doing that for my birthday in April, but for today, we're just doing general. So sorry. All right, so next deck we're doing here is the Healing Spirits Oracle. This is one of my first decks, and it is a favorite of mine as far as the artwork goes. So what does what does the collective need to know for 2026? Jumping out of the deck, that one. Oh, we got 2 cards. Ooh, I love this, though. Very similar colors. Can't wait till you start your new tarot cards. Sounds amazing. No worries. I enjoy any of your readings. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited for the new series too. My Coloring My Tarot. I'm super excited. I'm hoping we can all learn together. I still have to use a little cheat book for learning or for doing tarot readings. So I'm hoping I can. This will help me learn it, and then I'll be able to maybe be able to read a bit more intuitively. Oh, you love my headband. Thanks. Yeah, I got it at the dollar store. I thought it was very sparkly and very like New Year's. Also kind of a little bit ET. I don't know why, but it felt very like tapping into my ET stuff. All right. So the two cards I got, actually, I love this. I don't know if you guys can tell here too, but they're very purple. And that makes me think of Saint Germain and like the purple heart flame. So, but also that purple too is what? Our third eye, right? Our third eye chakra, our crown chakra as well can be purple. So third eye or crown. But it says here, so the two of them are, so the first one is you came to serve. So I think this is just encouraging us going into 2026 to help those around us. We're all going through ascension. Some are more aware of it than others, but helping those around us, just, holding the door or smiling at somebody. If you see them struggling, just offering support. In the picture here, you have an angel kind of almost seems like talking to another angel. So using our words is another great way that we can serve the community. Did you finish the other deck you were coloring in? No, I haven't. I'm still working on that one too. Too many ideas going on at once. But no, I'm not completely done the other deck yet. You're talking about this one. The True Sight Oracle. Yeah, I'm going to have to finish coloring that one in too. But it's an Oracle deck versus Tarot, so maybe I can do some shows where I'm just coloring it in. Shine Truth. Yes, me too. Love different stuff. Yeah. Nice, authentic choice. Yeah. Actually, I got a couple new Oracle decks that I'm going to show you guys that I got. Some of them are just for fun. And then the second card I got in this deck was a spiritual hug. We all need that spiritual hug right now. We're all tired. So I think this is just spirit letting us know we're supported. We have that spiritual hug, that protection around us, and we can just take the next couple of days, take it easy, go into the new year rested and supported. All right, next deck. So next deck is a new one I just got recently. It's the Green Witch's deck of magical herbalism. So this one's kind of cool. It has herbs, and then actually on the backs has like a little like spell you can do, which is kind of fun. So what does the collective need to know for 2026? Ooh, that's the one that popped up. Ooh, and we have cinnamon. Magical properties: healing, love, success, purification, and money. So there's that purification again. And success, and money, and love, and healing. I think cinnamon is a perfect card and a very favorite of mine as far as the spice. Oh, and if you guys are watching before January 1st, get some ground cinnamon and blow it in your front door on the 1st of January to help with that abundance piece. And you can just, as you blow the cinnamon through your front door, just kind of affirm that you're open to abundance for 2026. So cinnamon. So it says cinnamon is one of the most must-have multi-purpose herbs in a Green Witch's stock. It possesses a great amount of energy, and a pinch can be added to anything to rev up the power level. Cinnamon's fire-based energy is a great ally to help you move things along, be the situation mental or physical. So there we go too. It helps with stuck energy. Hi, Leia. Just stopped by to say hi. Thank you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Me too, right? Just like take the entire container, just go for it. Just blow the entire container of cinnamon in the front door. Yes, hit like and comment after. Yes, please and thank you. So yeah, our herb is cinnamon. All right. Which one are we going to do next? Let's do this one. You won't be able to see it, but here, I'll hold it up. I have them all piled next to me on my desk. And my Christmas tree still. Got my Christmas tree up. So this is a very interesting deck one I got on clearance, actually, at Chapters, which is kind of like Barnes & Nobles. But this one says, Believe in Your Own Magic, Oracle. So this is one that was on clearance, but I liked the artwork. I love the artwork of this deck. It is a versatile herb. Yes, definitely. Thanks. All right. Anyway, on our way to pick Rosie up from the vet. Oh, good that she didn't need surgery. Just rest, yeah. We'll catch the replay. Thank you for popping in, Annie. Sending lots of love and healing to Rosie. And yes, cinnamon is good for help with blood sugar. That's very true. All right, so let's see what this deck has for the collective for 2026. What does the collective need to know for 2026? That one, all right. I always find some of these decks so awkward to shuffle. Like this is one of the decks with like a big card. So I'm like, okay, how do I shuffle this? Oh, actually, we got two cards. I didn't even notice two popped out, but we got two. That's okay. So we have a 4 and a 12, which is interesting. But 4 here says mirror. Treat your body like the palace it is. So that self-care, that standing in our power, again, that popped up in the goddess deck, or that independence and standing in our power. But yes, so treat your body like the palace it is. There's actually even a little palace in the background there. And then for number 12 here, we have expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. So again, that independent piece. Just being in our own power, not having anybody else's expectations weigh on us or what decisions we should make. So yes, so we have treat your body like a palace that it is, and don't seek anybody else's approval but your own. And I love the energy in this card too. We have the wisps and the fairy there. And I love the backs of these cards too. They have like a crown on them. All right. Next deck. Which one should I do next? Here, we'll do this one. I don't know if Annie's still here or if she's off already, but I'm going to actually do a card from Annie's deck. So if you guys didn't know, Annie Bear published a deck. You can get it on her channel. So I'm going to pull a card from her deck. What does a collective need to know for 2026? Those ones came flying out. I don't know if you saw that. Ooh, so we have number 3, which is perspective. So again, butterfly and transformation, right? Can also have it possibly be a flower. But yeah, perspective. So that taking that vantage point from the ground, from the sky, I almost want to think of this almost like the Hanged Man card, right? Where you're looking and changing and seeing things from a different perspective. And then the other card I got is number 42, which is energetic field of possibilities. We have that possibilities card again, that inspiration, that imagination, that manifestation. And then that purple color is in there again too. I think in both of these cards, got that kind of purple color coming in again. So I'm loving this theme of like being in our own power and inspiration and imagination. I'm really loving that for 2026. All right. A lot of change and transformation energy in the cards you were pulling. Yes, I'm definitely seeing that for sure. Oh, and Barbara, you popped in. Hello. Thanks for being here. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. I love it. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I know you could be watching other channels, but I appreciate you hanging out with me. Yeah, I kind of came up with this on a whim last night. I was sitting watching television, knitting, and I was like, I should do 26 cards for 2026. So that's what I did. What does the collective need to know for 2026? Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, I love this card. So this is from the Bestiary, the Illustrated Bestiary Oracle cards. And it's Nurture Connections. So the Gray Wolf. So nurturing those ties. And this card is very similar to me to that service card from the Healing Spirit, where we're here, like, being here to serve. And that piece of like connection through our speaking, through our words, through our song. These are the gray wolves. So the wolves are howling at the moon. And these threads are tying us all together and making a beautiful tapestry. So I love that. Nurturing connection. I think the community too, this past year, it was rough for a lot of people, 2025, but I think that connection that we've all forged with each other has helped us get through those tough times, made us realize we're not alone in this. I know that's been important for me, both here on YouTube as well as here in Ottawa. I have a great group of friends that support me. So yeah, I like that communication is going to be another important piece for 2026. So the next deck I have is my Dream Affirmation deck. I don't have a book for this one. I actually made a little cheat book for myself with it. But we're just going to see what affirmation we have for 2026. What does the collective need to know for 2026? Ooh, that card. Moira. This 26 card reading is also a great way to touch base with lots of decks. Yes, exactly. That might not have seen a lot of action during the year. Yes, very true. And that's kind of why I wanted to do it. As I said, like, I still have decks that I didn't even pull. So it'll be good. I'm actually excited to see how my birthday reading goes. So if you guys have seen the live videos that I posted, I'm doing 38 cards for 38 years old because I'll be 38 in April. So yeah, so we'll have that many more decks that we're going to do cards from. And I do have a special guest coming on with me, which is exciting. So from the affirmation deck, I listen to my body. It helps me know when it is time to rest. So I think this is just telling us to be like a koala. Rest when our body needs rest. It relates to, I think, to that card of treat our body like the palace that it is. So listening to our bodies. There's been a lot of, I think, especially towards the end of the year, I don't know about the rest of you, but the energies have been very chaotic. And so acknowledging that we just can't be going and going and going all the time, and that rest piece, mentally, physically, is important, and taking that time to breathe and pause. So yeah, embrace your inner koala. Such a cute deck. All right. What one do we want to do next? How about this one? This is a brand new one that I just got. Oracle of the Fairies. So what does the fairies want us to know, the collective to know for 2026? A lot, apparently. I just had like 4 cards flip out at me here. Ugh. Okay, more than 4. Okay, guys. need slightly less cards than that. We're going to reshuffle that because that is just too many. You're excited, though, I think. All right, 2026. One card, please. Just one. Okay, that one. Ooh, so this one says precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. I love that. It's kind of like a steampunk fairy. But yeah, so from this, I'm getting the kind of living in the present, living every moment. Again, though, I don't know if you can see down at the bottom here, but she has a spell book in her cauldron, and there's a goblet there. There's lots of clocks and, of course, timepieces and hourglass. There's an owl back there for wisdom. So we have to take the time to rest, but then we also need to take the time for ideas to come to fruition. So, we don't want to rush the cauldron and possibly burn it. Burn what we're creating in that cauldron. So yes, there's only so much time, but saying that, valuing the time we do have, and we have with our friends too, because it says there, be mindful not to waste others' time either. So valuing our friends, valuing our family, valuing those that set aside time for us, and us to set aside a time for those that we love as well. It is very steampunk, isn't it? Uh-oh. That one just tried to escape. All right, well, I'm going to pull this because this just jumped out as I tried to put the deck away. We have celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. I think this is a very good card for New Year's. So fairies are just reminding us, celebrate the new year coming in. Don't look to the past. Celebrate. I think there's even fireworks there, possibly, or at least lots of sparkles and fairy lights and stuff there. But yeah, celebration. And now I got the song "Celebrate Good Times." Come on, going through my head. That's very true, Moira. Yeah, time is our most precious commodity, and it goes faster and faster the older we get. It feels like that, doesn't it? When I've been talking to Tanis and Jen, I always joke, I'm like, I wish we could just step out of the timeline for 2 seconds, get what we need to get done, and then step back in. Not enough time to do everything. All right, so the next one I'm going to pull from is Archangel Oracle cards. So this is a Doreen Virtue, and this deck actually came about in a very kind of crazy way. My mom was out at a secondhand store, and they had 2 decks, so this one and another angel deck by Doreen Virtue for $8. So she's like, oh, do you have these? I wasn't sure. I didn't want to buy them in case you had them. I did not have them. So I actually ended up driving all the way across the city the next morning and was there when the shop opened to make sure that I got them. So I got 2 decks, each for $8. And I think right now these ones are selling on Amazon used, I think for $50 or something, because they don't make them anymore. Anyway, feeling very blessed that I have these decks in my life now. And they look like they were barely touched, which was even more amazing. So yeah, what does the collective need to know for 2026? That one jumped out right away. Ooh, this is a nice one. Yeah, it was at a secondhand store in Orleans, Moira. It was just, I think, luck that my aunt and my mom walked in there and saw them. So yeah, feeling very blessed by the universe. Let me put it this way. If I ever decide I don't want them anymore, I will message you. We'll meet up. I'll be sure to hand them on. But the card I got was really interesting. So it actually relates back to the animal cards that I pulled there, because it's relationship harmony. So it says Archangel Raguel. The angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So I think that very dense, kind of heavy energy we've been feeling in this latter part of 2025 is going to be easing. that community, relationship, harmony, all of that is going to be kind of opening up, as it says, that hearts are opening. So that heart opening energy going into 2026, which is much needed and very appreciative, very appreciated. I don't know about the rest of you, but I could use some easing in that space. All right, we're getting down to the bottom. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 11 more decks, guys. Can we make it through 11 more? I think we can. Don't know about you. But yeah, if you want to leave a comment after, if you're on the rewatch, and just let me know what themes you kind of noticed going through all these cards, what your takeaway was. If you want me to do something like this again, because, I can. So yeah, what does the collective need to know for 2026? Did you see that? I did barely even shuffled and it went flying. All right. Ooh, we got 2 cards again. That's okay. I will take 2 cards. Ooh, I love this. So we got number 23, which is Rise from the Muck. So this is a lotus flower in this picture. So we're going to rise up from that muck of 2025 and all become beautiful, blooming lotus flowers. And we have that sun, kind of sun energy coming in from that purification card. So I love this for everybody. And then the other card that we got is 22, which is prioritize yourself with much deserved self-care. So there's that self-care piece again, that rest and treating our bodies like the palaces that they are. So again, self-care is coming up too. Cuddling with a puppy doesn't hurt. If you don't have a puppy, maybe just a nice blanket and a book. But I mean, if you have a cute little fuzzy friend that can keep you company, that's always much better to have that. Actually, if you want to tie in the community piece that's been coming up too, our furry community can help support us through all of this energy. Yeah, see, Moira, if I had thought of that, but I've been putting them away as I've been reading them because I didn't want to be left with a mess after. Hey, but if anybody wants to rewatch and make notes, I might even do that later this week, is rewatch and make notes of what cards were pulled from what decks and the common themes, and then post them in the comments. I'll do that if anybody else wants to do that. I'm happy to kind of compare notes. I should have had you on earlier, Moira, with all these ideas. All right, so the next deck I'm pulling from is the Inner Child Oracle. See? There we go. Honestly, there was a lot of reflection on that. All right. Oh, my nose is itchy. All right. What does the collective need to know for 2026? Also help if I wasn't Butterfingers when I shuffle. Nah, where'd you go? Isn't there more? Yeah, like there's definitely themes running through the cards. Even though I'm playing from 26 different decks, the themes... Okay, that one. That one stuck to my finger, so we're going with that one. All right. So, it says, listen, your inner child has something to say. So I think this ties into that self-care piece again. We're wanting to listen to our inner child. They have something to say. I think, too, this reminds us to bring in that playfulness with all the heavy and dense energy. Sometimes we can forget to kind of, well, like Gerald with his glimmers, we can forget to see the little sparks, the little things that can still bring awe when we go out, going out on a walk. I mean, it's really snowy here now, but in the fall, I went for a walk and I was just walking across a wooden bridge and there was moss and lichen growing on the bridge. And it looked like the tiniest little forest. And it was just like, and the way that the sun was hitting it, and it was just so pretty. So yeah, tap into that inner child a little bit going into the new year. And hey, actually, what just came up was that perspective card that we got from Annie Bear's deck. I don't know if you noticed on that card, but that child had butterfly wings. So that change in perspective, looking at the world with our inner child, going into the new year. All right, so the next card deck I'm going to pull from is Archangel Michael, Sword of Light cards. So what does the collective need to know for 2026? That one went flying too. Funny. All right. Ooh, this one's perfect. It ties into that Healing Spirits reading that we got. So it says, you are protected. You're safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. So that, again, that being held, that spiritual hug, that we can proceed with confidence, that independence, right? That we had come up earlier in the cards, and that inspiration. I think this is Spirit just saying, like, yeah, go for it. In the new year, in 2026, just go for it. You are protected. I love that. Yes, yeah, Moira, yeah. We were super blessed that the ice storm we expected underperformed. Yeah, I actually didn't end up going to work yesterday because I didn't want to risk driving if it got super bad. I also just needed the day off, but I had a very stressful weekend. But yeah, it was very nice that the weather wasn't as bad as they had called for. I completely agree. All right, we got a few more here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I think I'm going to pull from this one next. So this is one that I got back in October. When I held the deck, I actually ended up getting chills, which is kind of interesting. But it's a deck that's actually for kids, but I said, oh, I can read it for big kids too. But it's called Little Light Workers. So it says consciousness cards for kids. So it's a deck. But I absolutely loved the illustrations. And so each card has a little story and a little activity you can do. So I'm going to ask the cards, what does the collective need to know for 2026? That one, all right. Oh, I love this card. It says what you focus on grows. So we've been planting those seeds. So now we just need to focus our energy. There seems to be a theme of flowers here too. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. But it says what you focus on grows. So she can see her with her little magic hat and magic wand with the flowers and the rainbow. So it says here, so there is a wise old wizard who teaches her magic ways. One of her most perfect tricks is a way to change bad days. This trick is very simple and easy once you know. Wherever you direct your thoughts, your day is sure to go. Imagine you begin your day by falling in the rain, and rather than continuing on, you dwell upon your pain. When you think about the bruises or how your clothes get wet, your mood will change for the worse and the angrier you will get. It is right within these moments you can see the wizard's way by shifting your perspective and refocusing your day. So watch your life change for the best with all that you know now know, and understand me when I say what you focus on grows. So it says, let's play. Tell me what in your life do you focus on every single day? And then how does that make you feel? And does it affect you in any way? I love this card. So it's great for going into 2026, but it's a great reminder too, at the end of the year, like what we focus on, So don't, tomorrow night, right before midnight, don't be thinking all the negative things that happened in the last year or what could possibly go wrong in 2026. Be positive. Think about all those seeds you've planted. And all the possibilities, all that manifestation that's going to good use and is going to grow those flowers or those vegetables or those trees or those herbs that we talked about. really just looking at all of those little glimmers too, and just refocusing our efforts on the positive. As you said, Moira, focus on the good stuff. It really is a great reminder. Yeah, I love the little poem too. That was very cute. But yeah, it's such a nice deck. Like, this is one of the other cards. I just loved the illustrations on it. Yeah, it's called Little Lightworkers. And there's 38 cards in this deck. They are incredibly huge, though. Like, I don't know if you can see the size of my hand, but they are a little bit hard to shuffle. But I loved the messages and I loved the artwork. All right. So next one I'm going to pull from is What We've Forgotten Oracle deck. You've seen probably some other readers using this deck. I'm also going to have a sip here. My mouth is getting dry. This is what happens when I talk too much. Holy smokes, how our little light worker is supposed to shuffle that, right? I think one of the other ways to do it maybe would be to like spread them out and like do like the fan thing and then just have somebody pull a card that way by feeling. But yeah, they're a little bit awkward, but I think they're supposed to be big so that like a little kid can kind of handle the cards without, causing too much damage. All right, so what does the collective need to know for 2026? Okay, that one's standing out to me. Ooh, this is a nice one. And it ties into our theme. We have conception. You guys were like, conception, what? But I love the image that this comes to. So again, we have a cauldron with stuff boiling away inside the cauldron. So yes, it says conception, but I think it's more the alchemization would probably be a better word to use. But yeah, that creating something, and again, tying in that timepiece, right? Giving it the time. Conception, humans, 9 months till a baby's created. So yeah, we can't rush the boiling. We can't rush this cauldron. We just have to let things come in divine timing. I don't know what's in this cauldron, but it looks very fiery. Looks like there's a lot happening there. Let me just see, actually, what it says. I do like this book. There's some pretty funny little blurbs in this book, but let's see what conception says, because I am very curious about what their definition is. Let's see here. Probably should have looked at the number. Whoops. It was number 57. Number 57. Let's see. 57. So it says conception, collaborating with creator, the cauldron of creativity. Haven't we gotten inspiration as one of our, and creativity as a couple of our cards? That's amazing. The spark of some, yeah. There you go, Mario. Thanks. The spark of something new, like Ace of Wands energy. Yeah. So it says there's a reason witches throughout history have used cauldrons. They don't just make good mixing pots, they represent creation itself. A cauldron is a representation of the womb, and it is the vessel that holds the elements of creation. Whatever ingredients might be added to the pot are meant as representations of ideas yet to be born. The cauldron is the place where we invite energy and magic to become real. We each bring into being our own unique creations. Ask 20 people to draw a cauldron and you'll see what I mean. They'll all probably look like cauldrons, but they're all going to be unique. I like that. I like that idea of kind of a task or like something to do with a group of friends. Quantum physics tells us that nothing that is observed is unaffected by the observer. The statement from science holds an enormous and powerful insight for magic. It means everyone sees a slightly different picture because every one of us is co-creating what we see. Conception happens by some magic, whether it's a film or a baby. Think about your own cauldron. This is the place where you can imagine making your own spells with energy itself. What are you working on conceiving in your life right now? How can you support it by inviting the light of creation into the mix? What things has creativity already given birth to in your life? So I like that idea, actually. If you're looking for a theme maybe or something to do in your meditation practices, is that imagine making your own spells and energy in a cauldron, and what would you put in there? What would it be in that cauldron going into 2026? All right. So next deck I'm going to do, this is a newer deck I got. This one I actually just got a little bit for fun. But it's what would Taylor Swift do? So it's a Taylor Swift Oracle deck. So I thought I would pull a card from here and see what Taylor has to say for 2026. You like that, Moira? Uh-oh. All right. Ooh, love this. So we have, this is very like, again, New Year's kind of energy. So we have practice, but it's from the Bejeweled music video. So maybe listening to that song before January 1st. So yeah, what song was this music video for? It was Bejeweled from 2022. And it says, put in the time to get it right. So there's time, that time idea that comes up again. It says Taylor wanted to shine a light on burlesque dancing and spent hours with an expert to nail her routine. Her hard work paid off in a confident performance that she clearly enjoyed. So again, that planting of seeds, that time and effort paying off in 2026. So I love that theme came up in these cards too. But yeah, Bejeweled by Taylor Swift. Go listen to it and see if get any insights from the lyrics, because I love doing that with songs. Sometimes the universe gives us amazing messages in songs. All right, we're down to 5. Got 5 more. All right, so the next deck I am pulling from is Crystal Wisdom. So we're going to get a crystal for you guys for 2026. What does the collective need to know for 2026? Another one flew out. Ooh, blue lace agate. Find calm and peace. Let your voice express your truth. Love that. So if you don't have any blue lace agate, maybe go and get some. Again, that blue, tapping into the throat, tapping into communication, but also finding peace and calm. I think those are all themes that have been coming up tonight. Communication, letting our voices be heard, speaking our truth, but also that calm and peace and finding rest in the situation. Yeah, me too. Me too, Moira. I love blue lace agate. I actually have a big palm stone of blue lace agate. It's one of my favorites. All right, let's do another tarot deck. I did try and pull a couple of tarot decks. I am less comfortable with them, but I thought I'd give it a go. So the next tarot I have is the Wisdom of the Owls. Tarot. I absolutely love these cards. The backs of them are so pretty. Right. So what does the collective need to know for 2026? All right, so we got 6 of Swords as our card. So just from looking at this, like I haven't looked at the book, but just from what I'm getting from this intuitively is that owl on the boat is looking ahead, looking at the foreign shores, looking at what's coming, not behind him at what he's left. So that's what I'm getting just intuitively from the card, but I am going to look up the meaning as well. All right, so it says 6 of Swords. Looks like this owl guardian is ready to get out of the cold snow and into some warm greenery. The frozen environment surrounding this owl was not making him happy, so he decided to travel a bit further down the bay to start a new nest and take the next step on his life journey. So again, that's amazing energy for going into 2026, I think. He is so happy to unfreeze his beak, and he is ready to forage in the tall grass looking for bugs. Oh, thanks, Moira. Moira said that's a great intuitive read of that card. Oh, thank you. So it says upright. So it just says, just like the 6 of Sword owl, you need to remember that you can change your current external environment. Instead of letting the conditions affect your thoughts and mood, do something about it. Take a sacred journey, whether temporary or permanent, to a rejuvenating space that will allow you to calm your mind and be at peace. So there's that calm and peace again. Leave what is not needed behind and fly forward into the future. So I absolutely love that. So that's going to be all of us leaving 2025 behind and going into 2026. See, I got this tarot thing, right? I know Gerald would say, just believe in yourself a bit more. You got this. Watch, I've mentioned his name now. He's going to show up. His ears are probably burning. All right, so the next deck I'm doing is Dragon Wisdom. You guys have seen me use this deck before. I used it with our dragon readings when I had JJ on. That was such a fun show. If you haven't seen it yet, just the collective down for 2026. Oh, that one stuck out. Ooh, you guys are gonna love this one. So it's initiation. I love this. That white, pure energy, the gold heart chakra there, and our crown. So connecting our crown with our heart chakra and that golden light and that golden energy. So I think stepping into 2026 is that initiation that we've all been working so hard towards. Again, that a lot of the cards have been saying stuff about, like, you know, the effort you've put in is going to pay off. So I think that's exactly what this is reaffirming, is that kind of effort paying off. That we've done the studying, we've done the practicing, we've done the learning, and now it's our time kind of to step forward into that personal power that we have. But I am going to just read it, just because I do know this deck is really good about having kind of little meditations you can do. All right, so this says, the queen of all the dragons is a white as freshly fallen snow. Her scales are set with thousands of diamonds, and she sparkles and glitters in the sunlight. With her long, curvaceous neck, golden eyes, and delicate head, she is a wonderful sight. She wears the golden flower of life as a crown on her head and her own symbol at her breast. A heart within a heart with a 6-pointed star in the center, vibrating at a high frequency. So I'm going to hold it. Don't know how well it comes out in the camera there. Maybe you can see it there just a little bit. Every creature that encounters the Dragon Queen, Alba, feels a deep and great love, a love that we humans here on Earth have forgotten. And yet it has not been lost. The dragons are bringing it back for us. You drew the initiation card today. This is a very significant card for you. No person can initiate another person. They can only open up the space for it to happen. The energy for initiation always comes from the spiritual world. You are to wait for the next full moon for your initiation by Queen Alba. Think about what you would like to wear to receive your initiation. Clean the room and cleanse your body, light white candles, and play soft music. Create a circle of crystals on the floor using clear quartz, rose quartz, and amethyst if possible. Make a second circle of salt around this circle and sit in its center. Close your eyes and spend a few moments feeling how your breath flows calmly in and out. Now breathe white light deep into your heart and form it into an infinity sign. Let this lemniscate flow into your heart and vibrate there. Wait for a few moments before breathing golden light into your heart. Let the gold flow into the infinity sign, and imagine in your mind's eye a white and gold infinity sign shining out and flowing into your heart. Now use your right hand to trace Alba's symbol in the air, a heart within a heart with the Star of David in the center, making it appear before you as if drawn in golden light. Say out loud, Queen of all dragons, marvelous Alba, I am ready to receive initiation from you. Look at the symbol you just traced in golden light with your hand. Open yourself up to receive what is to come. Take the energy and the symbol of the Queen deep into your heart. Feel love spreading out within you, and trace the holy symbol of the Dragon Queen on your body. Then it says, over the next 7 days, you must perform no further exercises or meditations. Focus only on grounding yourself in order for these great energies to take a firm hold. Eat healthy and mindfully, ideally using the best produce from the soil, so grounding things such as potatoes and beets. Go walking in the forest, go dancing, play some sport, or enjoy a little time in the garden. Get that garden coming up again, too. Do whatever is good for you. A small glass of red wine is also an entirely appropriate way of grounding yourself. I also say this as entirely entertainment purposes only, but you can take whatever you like from that as far as ideas of things you might want to do. I do kind of find some of the ideas in this book a little bit outside of my comfortable circle, but take what you will. I like the idea of using some of those crystals like clear quartz, rose quartz, and amethyst to bring in that nice energy, and you can visualize those symbols and those and such in meditation, or do a meditation and call that Queen Dragon energy in. Where wine works for you, yeah. That entertainment purposes only, because I'm not going to tell you to go have a glass of red wine. I mean, go for it, but I'm not telling you. Entertainment purposes only. And drink responsibly. I'm not your mother, but you can say, Kaylee's dragon cards made me do it. All right. Two more. We're almost there. All right, so the next card deck I'm going to pull from is the Egyptian Alchemy Oracle. Make sure I got all the cards out of this bag. Yes, I did. And what does the collective need to know for 2026? Okay. That one ran away from me, but I got it. Ooh, so we have unify opposites. So I would finding that balance. I'm going to read the deck for this one. It says unifying opposites. And it looks like it's a pyramid. Again, with those kind of light codes coming down. I don't know if you guys can see that on the deck. So yeah, unifying opposites. So let's see what that one's about. So this book basically breaks things down into sections. So this section is based on, so it titles it as gender. So it says hills and stars, they spine, masculine and feminine, their tension's the thing. So that balancing that masculine and feminine energy. We got number 5. So it says gender is expressed in the unity of opposites: active, passive, negative, positive, masculine, feminine. So it says, when you find the time to act, have you ever lost motivation or been unable to act? Do your best ideas come at inconvenient times when you're doing something else? So it says the male-female duality is just one physical expression of the vast sphere of application of the 7th great Hermetic principle. The creative tension between the masculine and the feminine underlies everything manifest in life, nature, and the universe. In the Hermetic system, gender relates to much more than sexuality. It is about the unity of opposite forces. Active and passive, action and reaction, negative and positive. The fifth card in this suit of gender, Unify Opposites, asks you to grasp the energetic axis of all life and creation, of every event and form of matter, animate or inanimate. Both the impulse of the masculine and the receptivity of the feminine are latent within you, awaiting the focus of your will and attention to be activated. So again, we have that like inspiration, manifestation kind of energy coming through. Whatever you can imagine can become your reality. To truly act, initiate, or make your ideas a reality, bring your inner masculine and feminine together as one. Now become a creator in your own right. So that's unifying opposites. And we got one deck left. That's actually my newest deck. I got some gift cards for Christmas. And so I went and bought a new deck. It's one I've had on my list for a while, though. So, but it's Crystal Sound Healing Oracle. So I love this. So it basically has a deck of cards here. Each of them linked to a singing bowl and a topic. And then on the back of the card, there's a QR code that you can then scan. So I'll do the reading here, and then I'll hold up the QR code so you guys can take maybe like a screenshot or whatever with your phones and go and listen. All right, so what does the collective need to know for 2026? Last card, what does the collective need to know for 2026? That one, apparently. All right. What do we have here? Okay, so this is as we say, we can't make this stuff up. So what we have is number 12, and it says Pink Spirit Gold Limonite. It says transmutation, devotion, and divine feminine. Yeah, lots of jumper cards tonight, right? The energy is there. So it says, yeah, transmutation. So we had manifestation, and conception was another one that came up tonight. So devotion, and then that divine feminine. I think people have been talking a lot about that divine feminine energy coming in. So yeah, Pink Spirit Gold Limonite. This is the card here. And this is the QR code. So I will hold it up as best I can here for you guys. If you want to see if it works, take a screenshot. It'll take you to a web page that will have the video of that specific singing bowl. So I'm going to put that one aside so I can listen to it. But I will also see what the book has to say about this one too. All right, so alchemy message. It says, if you have heard the sweet hum from the angelic realm today, you are receiving a high frequency download. These energies of transmutation remind you to look at life from a bird's eye view. There's that perspective, right? And not be a victim of your story. And there's that idea of, being aware of how we think and speak to ourselves. You have the ability to choose your perspective, and your empowered choices make it all the difference. You are the creator, the producer, the writer, and the director of your life. You cast all the players, and you are the star of your movie. So this is, what does this card mean for you? Become devoted to trusting the bigger picture. The harmonics of the divine feminine sing a melody strengthening your intuition, fortifying your blood, bringing nurturing softness, healthy boundaries, and the desire to create a more uplifting world for all, beginning with yourself. The celestial tone vibrates a transmutation of limiting patterns of behavior and beliefs. It ignites the electric spark of authenticity and truth within you. Receive a supercharged sound from the realms of both the ancient wisdom of the earth and the divine. The sound and floral images activate the feminine in her highest form. Alchemy mantra. Close your eyes and gently roll them upward, imagining you are gazing upon the starry night sky. Allow yourself to gently squeeze the muscles of your pelvic floor, contracting them, releasing them to create a physical sense of rootedness. With the breath of loving presence, draw the energetic connection from your root up to your heart, then connect heart to crown, and imagine shooting your breath out the top of your head like a whale spouting. Breathe in the light from 2 feet above your head, allowing the connection back down through your heart to your root as you feel and speak the mantra out loud or silently. I am bathed in divine feminine energy. I breathe in the devotional aspect of love, and it circulates within me. I transmute my story, allowing it to serve my highest expression of truth and goodness. So it says, in addition to using the QR code, you can access the corresponding audio by visiting. So it's hayhouse.com, so like the place where you can go and buy Oracle cards, /crystal-oracle-12. So I'm going to hold that up there too in case you guys don't have a QR code. That is, I know it's in mirror right now, but that is the website there. So hayhouse.com/crystaloracle12. And actually here, if you guys give me 2 seconds, I will post it in the chat. All right, so we have hayhouse.com/crystal-oracle-12. There we go. Hopefully that works. I need to add www ahead of that, but that should hopefully work for you. Yeah, it's weird having the QR code right on the cards, but it is very convenient. Like I was able to do a reading with the card, and then I had my cell phone right there, able to take the QR code and then pop up the song right away on my phone. So that was kind of nifty. So yeah, let me just see here. So when you go to the link, this is what's going to pop up. Stop. This is what's going to pop up is you'll have the website, and then you can just press play. And it will play the singing bowl. So yeah. But with that, we did 26 cards for 2026. Can you believe that? We got through them all. We got through all 26 guys. And I think like all of you that watched along, and I think all of you that are going to watch on the replay, there was definitely some themes. We had what? Inspiration, imagination, manifesting, our seeds that we've planted paying off, that we're going to be open to all this amazing energy and these gifts that are going to be coming in for us, that we're divinely supported and held and hugged. That community is going to be incredibly important again next year, which I am all for. And yeah, that just, we got this, guys. We really do. We really have this. And it looks like 2026, at least in the cards that I got, is going to be incredibly positive. I don't think we got one negative card in any of our card readings. Because even like that swords card, that was it, 6 of Swords, it's that moving on, the not looking back, the moving forward. Yes, exactly, Maura. Yeah, change and transformation coming, something new coming in. Yes, yeah, and I love that for a 1 year, right? Everybody talks about it being a 1 year. Coming in for 2026, we got that fire horse energy coming in come February. So yeah, I can't wait to see what it brings for everybody. And maybe, like as I said, favorite it, put it in a playlist somewhere that you come back to. Come back at the end of 2026 and see how 2026 panned out, see how our cards tied into what happened to you. But with that, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. If you can like and subscribe, comment after. If you're watching on the replay, comment. And I will see you guys all in the new year in January for our first show on the 12th. So yeah, the 12th of January, we have Diane G coming on, and she's going to be doing an ET Akashic reading for me. So I'm kind of excited for that. So come and find out a little bit more about me, a little bit more about maybe some of my past lives. You can find out right along with me. And with that, I hope you guys all have a great evening. Yes, Happy New Year. And we'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.